Welcome everyone to space and harmony, in harmonia of life. Today's message is really profound and inspiring. At least it was very touching to me when it came from deeper spheres of being, so to say. You already have an expanded version of this message in the Spanish video with English subtitles. I wrote them down as well in the form of article and uploaded it in the blog so you can check the details if you are interested. Anyway, I'd like to speak about it a little bit in English. And the message is related to how our individual mission in the spiritual process of inner growth cannot be separated from a collective mission, which is obviously linked to the universal expression of the body of divine life. It's true that each one of us has individual circumstances, personal challenges, and everyone's life is somehow different, but we all obviously faced difficult situations, especially if we are working on the side of light. Because the more we try to bring light, the more darkness tries to pull us down so we don't wake up, or even fulfill our mission in case we already woke up. And this is precisely the reason why we should not think under any circumstance that we can succeed by walking alone in this path. If we belong to a universal body, we are together in this. So we must be aware that there are others around us, even if we don't know them, and they are also working. But even more important is establishing contact and sharing our experiences. I know a few people with which I share experiences. I'm sure many of you have your insights and intuitions, and surely many of you already have experienced light. Some of us even remember coming from realms of light. I spoke about it in the web of vital orientation. I describe childhood memories. And one of the things that called my attention is realizing how in these realms in which we are somehow born when we are here, we don't have autonomy or free will, apparently, but rather we are amazed and suspended in those emanations of light and love that we cannot explain. And this is the reason why we need to come to these realms of darkness, especially on earth, and give birth to that light and acquire understanding. Wisdom and understanding come together in the tree of life, bringing forth universal conscience. And this is precisely how the Aleph and the Taf, the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, meet in eternity. We can have intuitions of truth, flashes of wisdom, but developing them in this world of suffering and darkness is precisely what is going to give us the necessary understanding for moving forward into deeper and deeper spheres of being, and thus acquire the freedom and autonomy that we deserve as sons of the divine origin, the divine father, as you want to call it. In other words, this autonomy means expressing the will of the divine father, bringing divine life, which is the qualities of the universal mother, expressing them as sons. And in this journey, The divine souls that sprout from the seeds of divine conscience are actually the cells forming the countenance or face of the Universal Father. And as I explained in the video, there is a profound teaching about this that was revealed by the Master, Yeshua, which is how the Divine Son must unite his head and his body. In other words, uniting the so-called only begotten Son in the bosom of the Father with the Son of Adam, the regeneration of fallen Adam, rescuing those sparks of light and life of his body that got lost many thousands of years ago, giving birth to this physical experience that we are trying to cope with. And precisely in this way, we have a rescue mission to fulfill. So expressing the divine face means also to work as part of the collective body of the Son in order to rescue what was lost and save it from the tremendous suffering that is taking place. And precisely on a fallen earth that was regarded by ancient prophets as a slaughterhouse. As a lamb was he taken to the slaughterhouse, said Prophet Isaiah, in reference to the seed of divine consciousness that got trapped in the creatures, animal creatures, in which the soul known as Adam, which was the prototype for the body of the Divine Son, incarnated prematurely before the appointed time, and all due to genetic modifications made by the left side of the divine architects, or the wicked vine keepers, as Yeshua called them, as we read in Matthew 20. And as a result of these modifications, Cain, the carnal mind, killed Abel, the breath, the spark of divine conscience. And all this brought as a result chaos on earth, which became a stepmother, in which life is suffering too much, and the only way of healing it is by bringing the divine verb, vibration, the divine name, the will of the Father, or his name, which is the loving heart leading to the light of truth, full life, vitality, in calm, not disease and war. Being sure of this truth of life is precisely the meaning of receiving the blessing, the beracha in Hebrew. For we can go through any darkness and overcome as the immortal life that really dwells within, fulfilling its essential goal. So, having said this, check the video and the article if you wish. You have them in the links down below. And let's receive the blessing of life.